Find a comfortable seat, and we're going to breathe. Inhaling, exhaling. Focus on one space in front of you, or gently keep your eyes closed. The breath comes in our nose and exhale through the nose. Our mind may wander, and that's okay because that's perfectly natural. As long as we focus on slowing the pace of our breath, gently inhaling, filling our lungs, exhaling, feeling our lungs squeeze that last bit of air out. As our breath gently flows, maybe our mind is beginning to calm. The goal of our practice is a reset, finding calm in the chaos. Now we begin to add a little bit of movement as we breathe in. We'll lower our arms to the side, gently sweeping them up as we inhale. And as we exhale, bringing our hands to our prayer center. Sweeping up and down. Breathing in and out. Connecting our breath and our body as we move in sync. Smile. This is for you. This is to help bring you back to yourself. Now we're going to switch over into what we call tabletop. So we'll bring our hands in front of us under our shoulders and our knees below our hips, then slide our hips back into child's pose. This is a restorative pose, one that allows us to kind of curl inward. This is a natural feeling as we grieve. We just want to curl into a tight little ball, like a baby. We feel protected. We feel safe. In our child's pose, we continue to breathe. But this time when we inhale and our lungs expand, we can feel our chest. Maybe it's on our thighs. Maybe we've put a block under our hips because our mobility isn't there yet. If not, bring ourselves back up to tabletop. We can tuck our toes or leave our feet flat. Engaging our core muscles, checking our alignment. And once again, we breathe. Feeling that connection of the breath and the body. Finding stillness in every pose, whether our body is still and our mind is moving, or our mind is also still. We're going to slide our hips backwards once again into child's pose from tabletop. Breathing in and out. And then on our next inhale, let's come back up into tabletop. And then as we exhale, sliding our hips back into child's pose. Creating a movement, again, pairing the breath and the body. You can follow along with me, taking slow inhales and exhales. Or maybe your body is telling you something different today, and that's fine. Follow your breath. Each one of these movements we'll be doing in sets of 5 at my pace, but maybe your pace is a little bit different. Breathing in, coming up onto our hands and knees, engaging our core. And then breathing out, sliding our hips back. Feeling the stretch in our lower spine. Maybe we feel the stretch in our knees and our thighs. We all hold tension in different places. And emotions, such as grief, are not just something we feel in our heart and our mind. Our body holds onto those emotions too. So a simple movement like this, where we're opening our hips, releasing our back, can help us release some of those stored, chaotic feelings we have in our body. If you'd like to move your arms a little, feel free. In the video, I've clasped my hands behind my back, or you can grab your elbows. Maybe you just want to bring your arms in towards your sides. Whatever your body and your mind identifies with today is what is right for you. One thing you'll notice in all of my videos is I encourage you to really feel what your body is telling you you need. So let's all extend our arms out. And as we breathe in, we're going to come back up into tabletop and move into what we call the cat and cow. We'll breathe in, opening our chest, and we'll breathe out, curling our chest in. Breathe in, opening our chests, our pelvis tilting forward. And then as we exhale, we arch our back, push the floor away, spread our shoulder blades wide. Moving again with your breath. Inhale, exhale. Find your rhythm. Moving in, moving out. Perhaps one variation feels better than another. Stay there. Feel the stretch, the opening, the release. On your next inhale, we're going to open our right arm up to the ceiling and thread it through the space, lowering that shoulder to the floor. I guess I've done the left. That's fine. You choose where you like to start. Using one arm, stretch forward and twist. And then the other arm on the mat, you can use a little bit of pressure to see if you can open and twist a little more. We'll continue breathing. It may be a little more difficult to take that full inhale in a twist, and that's totally fine. Just pay attention to your body. Pay attention to your breath. Breathe in and come back up onto all fours. And then the opposite side we'll do later. So first, we need to transition. So you can just inhale the other side into cat and cow. Or like me, you can switch, come back to a seated position, and then adjust so your shoulders and elbows and wrists are in line. Your knees and hips are stacked. And you begin your transition from cat to cow, arching in the cat pose, opening your chest in the cow pose. Breathing in, breathing out, finding your rhythm. And now we'll do the thread the needle on the opposite side, lifting that arm up, folding down towards the mat, twisting gently. This time, as you breathe, notice your hips. Are you leaning to the left? Are you leaning to the right? Or can you keep your hips stacked to the center so that when you twist, it's your spine that feels that gentle release your waist, your upper body, even all the way into your shoulder. You feel a gentle opening. You can use that arm on the floor, adding a little pressure to open more. And then breathe in and come up. From tabletop, release your hips back once again into child pose. And breathe. We're going to transition into tabletop once more. I like to cross my feet and sit back, but however you can find yourself in a seated position with your legs forward, make sure your sit bones are touching the mat. And we're going to move gently into a forward fold. This can be pretty intense on our hamstrings, the back of our knees. So we want to be gentle. So let's start by inhaling and exhaling forward. And then as we breathe in, we'll come back up to a seated position with our spine straight. And then as we exhale, walking or sliding our hands forward once again, feeling the curve on our spine, breathing in, coming to a seated position, straight spine. And then as we exhale, sliding forward, extending our hands towards our feet, our knees, wherever our body allows us to rest. Breathing in. Now this time we're going to add a little bend to our knees and notice as we exhale forward. Can we extend a little further? Are we feeling more of a stretch in our hips and our hamstrings? Breathe in, up. And then breathe out, fold forward. Staff pose. All the muscles in our bodies are being used to keep us straight and strong. We'll transition back to the original position we started in. This could be our lotus pose. It could be crisscross. And we're going to curve our spine and give ourselves a big hug. So as we breathe in, we're going to open our chest, reaching our arms back, and then exhale, curl our spine like we did in cat pose and give ourselves a big hug. Curling inward as we grieve is so comforting. But we don't want to close in totally. We want to keep our chest open. We want to live life. We don't move on, we move forward. And that's the goal of yoga and this practice. We'll sweep our arms up and back down, connecting again to our breath. Breathing in, sweeping our arms up. Exhale, sweeping our arms down. So this gentle practice was just allowing you to reconnect and move again. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel grief. But life moves on. And so we shall move forward with our grace. And this practice is to connect you to that once again. Namaste.